It's official. Microsoft shut down Skype on May 5th of 2025. And when they officially killed it off, the nostalgia kicked in memories of the prank calls, late night chats, calls with friends, long distance dates, far away pen pals, and free catch-ups with far-flung family members. All of this, along with pixelated faces and the iconic "Can you hear me?" moments like this are officially gone, leaving behind a real legacy to all 90s kids who, like me, are feeling it too. Since its debut in 2003, Skype transformed the landscape of video calling, becoming an essential tool for both personal and business use around the globe. It was one of the most iconic video calling platforms from the early days of dial-up internet. When it launched, I was a preteen, and at the time, it felt like pure wizardry. You could call real numbers from your computer, which was mind-blowing at the time. International calls were so pricey back then that Skype felt like a secret hack for talking to relatives abroad. Skype started as a voice-only service and added video functionality to calls in 2005, a major innovation of the time. At its peak, the platform had over 300 million monthly users. That was no joke back in the day. It was a big deal. However, its popularity waned to just about 30 million as more advanced business-oriented platforms emerged. Microsoft acquired it in 2011 for $8.5 billion in cash. At the time, Microsoft looked like it had hugely overpaid for the app. Just 2 years before this, eBay had sold Skype for a third of this price, coming in at $2.7 billion. There's no way Skype's value had tripled within these 24 months, especially given the 2008 financial recession. Microsoft very much knew this, but it was the price to pay to get ahead in the bidding wars with other interested parties, namely Facebook and Google. The service failed to adapt to evolving consumer needs. Many users complained that it could be clunky to access and lag when a large number of users logged into a single call. During the pandemic, as global demand for online calls surged, many users instead flocked to a growing number of rivals to work remotely and catch up with friends and family. After winning the bidding wars, Microsoft failed to ensure its expensive purchase was worth it in the end. Public distaste simply grew year after year, and people were simply waiting for viable alternatives, which eventually led to be Discord for the gamers, Zoom for business and institutions. Skype also ultimately failed to keep up with other services offered by giants like Cisco, WhatsApp, Google, and Apple. Things got so bad that Microsoft itself shut down Skype for Business in the middle of 2021. Microsoft also invested heavily in Teams, its ultimate replacement. Microsoft initially invested in new features for Skype, but ultimately neglected it in favor of Teams. As a result, Skype failed to keep up with shifting consumer habits, and that became obvious during the pandemic. It was difficult to jump into a Skype call quickly because it required a Microsoft login, and the tool focused on calls between two users, as opposed to digital meeting rooms that people had grown accustomed to. Microsoft tried to improve video quality but didn't offer loads of new features, and that's where it ultimately lost out. People just had better features on other services. Although Microsoft revealed that 2023 still saw 36 million users, Skype's market share had diminished over time. In contrast, Teams has experienced remarkable growth, increasing nearly 4 times in the past 2 years while being almost similar in feature set and offering maybe more. After After more than 20 years of service, the company is encouraging users to make the switch to Microsoft Teams on the free tier, which will now take over the lead as the company's primary communication and collaboration tool. Teams has many of the same core features and more. Skype for business users will not be immediately affected. This change will only impact both the free and paid Skype users. The good news is that you won't have to start from scratch. On any supported device, sign in to Microsoft Teams for free using your Skype credentials, and your contacts and chats will automatically be transferred. You will also receive a notification in the Skype app prompting you to take action to migrate your data. But there's a catch: not all your data will shift over. Conversations between Skype users and Teams work or school accounts, chats between Skype and Skype for business users, one-on-one chats with yourself, private conversations, messages from bots or copilots. You should keep in mind that Teams Free doesn't support bots or copilots, so their old messages won't appear anyway. Teams has many of Skype's features, except that you won't be able to use it to call landlines or mobile numbers, one of Skype's most defining features. Microsoft stated, if you don't want to use Teams Free, you can export your data. That option will only be available until January of 2026, when it will be permanently deleted. They say the transfer is fast, typically less than a minute. You can still use Skype Dialpad with the existing Skype credits or subscriptions until they run out, but the story is over after that. Microsoft is no longer offering paid Skype features to new customers, so it's too late for you if you haven't already stocked up on Skype Credit or signed up for a calling plan before today. Between the two, Teams has become Microsoft's core focus in the last few years and is more seamlessly integrated into the Microsoft ecosystem, and is better aligned with the evolving needs of digital communication. It includes features like one-on-one calls, group chats, group calls, and file sharing. It's official, Skype is shutting down, with Microsoft pulling the plug on an app that once defined internet calling. Sure, it may not have aged gracefully in a world where Zoom, WhatsApp, FaceTime, and Teams dominate, but it paved the way for all of them. So here's to you, Skype. Thanks for the memories, the dial tones, the pixelated chats, and the surreal experience of calling a phone from the desktop PC with a dial-up connection. As you fade into the Teams ecosystem, a little piece of internet history is dying off with you. Thanks for reaching this part of the video. This is just a quick reminder that your subscription and thumbs up is greatly appreciated and will go a long way to make YouTube recommend this video to other interested parties. Also, if you agree or disagree with any point, let's have a discussion in the comment section. Let us know of your experiences with this defunct app. Thanks for watching.